So look, if you want to grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off, then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast. And welcome everybody, it's Dan. Hope you're well today. Welcome to the Business Growth Show. So in this podcast show, I want to talk about how to grow a business in 2024. And obviously, there's many ways, isn't there, of growing a business. And so we wanted to cover 4 of the primary ways in which I think you should be looking to expand your business in 2024. And one of the biggest ones for me is just this customer experience. And I want to talk a little bit about that. So I'll give you an example. Last week, the week before, we were having a problem with fobs, to get into an apartment block because the previous tenant had lost them and we had new tenants going in. And so I messaged the management company, and after 8 days, nobody had actually replied to me. We sent a message every single day. And after 8 days, I kind of lost my patience a little bit. And then I went onto LinkedIn, found the CEO, sent him a private message saying, dude, why are your staff so shit? And as a customer, that was my customer experience. It wound me up to the extent of having to find the guy online and just give him some shit, right? So that is not a good customer experience. It's not good for him either. And his staff are letting him down. And then let's just turn that around and how we deal with customers. So, for example, if you're one of our clients, be it digital marketing, website design, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, Google pay-per-click, whatever that happens to be, podcast editing, video editing, image editing, content creation and scheduling, whatever, right? You are very close to getting a response to any question that you've got. If it's certainly within 9 to 5 on a work day, you're like 10 minutes away from getting a response. If it's more than 10 minutes, we're probably doing something wrong. And if you're a subscription client and you put something in the group chat, like you get a response almost immediately. If you're not a client yet and you go, Dan, can we jump on a call? I want to chat about website design. Usually you'll get a response back at least within half an hour, usually less than that. As soon as it comes in, we're back on it, right? And so we talk about this quite a bit, from a sales conversion point of view. We call it the dead zone. The longer you leave a lead, the deader it gets, right? Because they've gone off and started doing different things. But it's the same with existing customers. This is a customer experience, and an experience takes place in somebody's mind, okay? So they might go, well, look how amazing I am at customer service. I answer the phone in 3 rings. You're supposed to answer the phone in 3 rings. It's not doing any better than normal. And then compare that with British Gas, British Telecom, anything with the word British in it. It's shit, right? You phone British Gas, 2 hours later, they pick up the phone and then they cut you off. Like, everybody knows this. Everybody knows it's 45 minutes to wait. I joined PlusNet because I was taken in by their adverts about how good their customer services were, I should say. I don't know if it's improved, but this is going back maybe 5 or 6 years. They used to have an image on their website about what their average call waiting time was. PlusNet, it used to be 45 minutes. And then there's this jolly fat man on TV talking about how amazing they are with a funny little advert, and the reality is vastly different. It really bothers me, it bugs me. Why are people's customer services so shit? Why? It's 2024, you should be on it. And the reason why we get recommended so much, right? And I'd say 70% of our business probably comes from recommendation, word of mouth and that kind of thing. And the reason why we get recommended so much is that our customer service is just on point. Imagine if British Gas's customer service, you could actually just get straight through and speak to someone. Imagine how good that would be, knowing that you're not going to have to wait. I went to Santander because I've got 2 accounts with 2 wrong addresses, and they have to match up each address and match up each account. 40 minutes I was in Santander. They still couldn't do it. They had 3 forms of ID. They still couldn't do it. And then they're like, what? Well, you have to wait and it's going to take an hour. And like, dude, I am waiting for you because your system is so shit that you can't sort this out. I don't understand. Why is that my problem? I'm your customer, goddammit. Make it happen. I'm off shopping. How about that? I'll come back, and how about you fix it instead of me having to get upset? But, oh, no, that doesn't work. Now, look, you might not think that your customer service is that bad. We don't think it's that bad. Your customers will tell you if your customer service is bad. And we want our customers to tell us if our customer service is bad. That experience that they have, we don't want them to think, oh, we're going to use Dan, but he probably won't give us a message back. No, you'll get a message back immediately. As soon as I see it, you'll get a message back. Very, very rare do you not get some kind of feedback, some friendly joke, whatever that might be. It might be a shit joke, but it'll be a friendly joke, right? We're not comedians. So that's the customer experience. And if you can improve your customer experience, your business will do much better in 2024 because you're going to start knocking out your competitors whose customer experience is bad. And I spend time thinking about customer experience. We've just, for example, added a web design manager for our web design department. And we just had our first call with him on it, with one of our clients, that we're coming to the end on a website design. And it's wonderful because normally it's me and I'm able to pass it over to him and his customer service is on point, right? He came up with ideas during the call. We left the call. I can see all those ideas going over to our web design team. They're all going to get implemented. And then we can review the implementation tomorrow, go back to the customer, get any final adjustments, go back to the implementation team. They'll get implemented. Wonderful. It's exactly how it should work. And so we're constantly spending time looking at what can we do to improve our level of customer service. And it's so important to me. And it bugs me, it bothers me, it winds me up when I see other people's customer service just being utterly shit and so much contempt for their customers. I just don't get it, right? I just don't get it. The next thing that I think you can do to grow your business in 2024 is an increase in the level and the amount and the consistency of your authentic marketing. And what I mean by authentic marketing is this, right? Me and you sat here, you're either going to watch this as a live stream, you're going to listen to the podcast, you're going to watch one of the shorts. This is authentic marketing, right? You get Dan. This is who I am. This is what I look like. This is what I sound like. Sometimes I tell jokes that are not funny. Sometimes I tell jokes that are highly inappropriate. And sometimes I swear a lot. But you know what you're going to get because that is authentic Dan, right? And so when we talk about our clients and, you know, it's kind of difficult because I kind of don't want to talk about our clients. We had a client this week in the last 11 or 12 days who's just done £11,000, right? We persuaded them to come off Shopify, built them the WordPress website, WooCommerce, got some events on there, just doing 11 grand in the last 10 days, right? Like, that's really true and happened and authentic. And we kind of have to pull back a little bit from, you know, kind of showing off to some extent, because we don't want those clients to be identified, obviously, for several reasons. But it happens, right? And actually, we need to find a balance between sharing what our clients get up to and those wins and being able to share that out so other people can actually see it. But this is authentic marketing, even getting people on board. So, for example, our clients have an interview once a month with our interviewer, Dave, to talk about their business, right? So it's a 2 talking heads type interview. We pull that out as a live stream. We pull out the podcast, we pull out the shorts, and then we schedule those to go out across social media. And we know that they work. And so that's a level of authentic marketing that you get when you sign up with us that we know other people don't do, because it's really difficult to do, by the way. You've got to get someone allocated to it. You've got to pay them. You've got to motivate them as well, because you have to motivate all staff at all times. Not everybody is motivated as I am because they don't own the business and so on. But then that ties into the customer experience. Now our clients are getting this authentic marketing provided to them on a silver platter. It's dead easy. All they've got to do is show up and talk bollocks for 45 minutes about the business and what's going on and how they've helped and who they've helped and what problems they've solved for customers. Really easy to do, right? And now they end up with 10 to 20 short videos, all very authentic marketing. They end up with a live stream, they end up with a podcast, and then we're able to distribute that out and drive traffic back to the website. That is what authentic marketing is going to do for you. And then it leads us on to a better conversion and a better sales process, because it's not only about driving traffic back to your website. It's about what are you going to do with the traffic once you've actually got them there? What do you want them to do? Where do you want them to go? What action would you like them to take next? And so that bit is really, really important as well. So the conversion mechanism is something that you need to have in place, and people concentrate on trying to drive as much traffic to the website, but there's nowhere for that traffic to go once we're on a website because the funnel isn't in place. And so from our point of view, our job is to drive and create the funnel. So the client that closed £11,000 in the last kind of 2 weeks, they now have a funnel. We put content out, we drive traffic back to the website, they can see the events, they can sign up for the events, they can book the events. All the information is there on the website, enough information to enable them to actually buy, and off they go. Every event keeps on getting sold out. It's amazing, right? That's because there's a conversion process that's up and running on the website. And this is where some people are failing, because you've not got a conversion process. You're driving people back to your homepage and there's a phone number on the homepage, and you say, well, if they really want my stuff, then they can pick up the phone. And it's like, no. It's too much friction. The idea here is that you remove friction. You make it as easy as possible. Like on my own website, we used to go to a web form, fill it in, then they get redirected to a 15-minute strategy session. We changed that. They can now just go and schedule a 15-minute strategy session directly off our website, directly on the homepage, directly on all the pages where we have products like Facebook ads and Google pay-per-click and estate agent marketing and website design and blah, 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 right? And then on every post that we post content out on, there's also a book a 15-minute strategy session on there as well, because that's what we want to do. We want to remove the friction from everyone being able to get in touch. And so that's what we do. And that's what you need to do as well. You might have the most motivated person on the planet, but if they've got to pick up the phone and phone you up, and then their phone rings, or something happens on Twitter, or they're watching Netflix, or life gets in the way, they're not going to phone you up. So you've got to have a better conversion process, and you need to remove some of the friction that's stopping people actually just getting in contact with you. Next one, and the final one then, to grow a business in 2024, is you've got to keep up with both innovation and latest trends. So for example, it used to be that we would go, you need Facebook groups. Everybody should have a Facebook group. We drive all the traffic to the Facebook groups. And you know what? That is not the thing anymore. Facebook groups are done. Like, you can't even schedule from third-party apps into a Facebook group anymore, because Facebook just come out in the last couple of days and said, no, we don't like you doing that. And so people are stopping doing that. Like, Facebook push groups as much as they can, and now Facebook are changing, and they've changed their mind, right? And so you've got to keep up with that kind of thing. The other kind of thing as well, I think other latest trends really are long-form content. Well, yeah, that's got a place, but it's not the be-all, end-all anymore. Shorts, stories, and reels, and TikToks, and Snapchat, all that kind of thing is actually what is going to convert better for you, going to drive more traffic, going to build better awareness, not long-form content. And so what we say is shorts for subs, long form for sales. I'll say it again. Shorts for subs, long form for sales. Because you need to be posting out short versions of content that go across all the social media channels. And then you should also be giving people access to the longer form content as well. So for example, this live stream, we're about 14 minutes in. I'm just checking. 14 minutes in. This is a long form piece of content that will go out on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and so on, right? And TikTok as well, I think. And that goes out and it's out there. Fine. Then what we do is we pull out and chop little pieces of this content, and then we'll post it out. And in addition to that, we'll also have the long form podcast show that goes out onto iTunes and Spotify and Amazon and all of that kind of thing as well. So we have a combination of audio only through podcasts. We've got a combination of long form video content that's live streamed. And then we've got a combination of short form video content that goes onto Instagram Reels, Facebook Stories, and YouTube Shorts. And that is one of the latest trends. And we've moved all our clients over to that. And guess what's happened? All their views are up. All their reach is much bigger. They're now getting in front of a much wider audience than they were doing before, because we've pushed them along with the latest trends, and your business needs to do that as well. All right. I hope that's useful. And we'll catch up with you in tomorrow's session. And if you need to book a call, then the link's down below. Have a great day. Take care. Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.